Welcome to Three Thoughts for Thursday, where wisdom meets momentum. Here's Kimberly Beer, entrepreneurial wise woman and cyber sorceress, to share three sparks to challenge how you think, create, and lead.
Welcome to Three Thoughts for Thursday. This Thursday, I want to give you my three thoughts on taking temperament sorters. Now, these are thoughts on actually taking the test and utilizing the results, not on which test to choose or temperament sorters in general. I've actually covered that really well on a couple of other podcasts that are right around this same time period. So if you're catching this Three Thoughts for Thursday out of the context of the Be More Business podcast, I recommend that you go take a look at that. So, my first thought about taking temperament sorters is to remember that you need to approach this as a tool that will help you build awareness in yourself and in your business. Now, of course, I'm always talking about temperament in context to being an entrepreneur and how you run your business and the systems that are in your business. But temperament sorters can come from all different kinds of places. And many times when we sit down to take a temperament sorter, we take it in context to something. So let's say you came to me as a client and I asked you to take the Kersey Bates sorter. Then what you would end up doing is probably answering those questions, if I didn't direct you appropriately not to, in context to how you show up as a business owner, which may or may not be your exact preference. Because remember, there's a lot of bias out there in how we approach our business. There's this cultural and industry paradigm often that details about how we should show up in our business and how we should do business. So when you're sitting down to take the tool, whatever tool it is that you happen to be utilizing, I want you to really think about, in a perfect world, outside of the context of business or cultural expectations or what you perceive as the right way to show up, how would you answer that question? Now, sometimes that's super easy. Most sorters have questions that are pretty identifiable as, yes, I would do this, or no, I really would not do that. So many times the answer is obvious to you. However, there are certain questions where a lot of people will run into, well, I could really go either way. This is especially true in Kersey Bates. I have a lot of people that take the sorter as part of their coaching program with me, and then they'll be like, I could have answered that either way. I really could have gone either direction with that. And then when they come to me and ask that question, I'm like, what I really want you to do is think of, if you were in a perfect world, how would you answer that question? And what would you most prefer if both options are really okay for you? Other temperament sorters are going to offer you the ability to maybe choose a neutral position. And that is a really nice way to absorb this particular problem. So some sorters will actually do that. My second thought is that when you take a sorter, that if you don't actually put into action the results that you get from that sorter, it doesn't mean anything. I actually developed an entire tool that I call a compass to help people sort of absorb all of the different temperament sorters, parts of self, and context. So, human design, astrology, like all of the things that we can gather that are kind of personal insight information, and put it all into one place so you can start to make use out of it. So, without going all of the way down that rabbit hole, what I want to give you here is to just say, look at your results from that particular sorter, and then look at what you would like to put into action. Like, think about it in context to your business. So, in particular, to a frustration or something that you struggle with in your business. So, take a look at it and see if maybe that is where you are working against your preferred temperament. So a lot of times that can be a red flag. And you can look at it and say, hey, maybe if I change this just a little bit, it might go easier for me in my business. So is there a way that I could shape this task, system, interaction, relationship, whatever it happens to be? Is there a way that I could change it, make a tweak that would better fit my preference in how I want to show up? So, my third thought here is don't build walls that aren't there. So, a lot of times I feel like when you take one of these sorters, that you sort of think, oh, well, I'm an ENFP. That means I can't stretch and be a J, or I can't stretch and be an S and do things systematically and step by step. There's no reason for that. It is not a wall. When you take a temperament sorter, please do not let it wall you in. You, my friend, are a very flexible human. And you have all the superpowers you need to flex your non dominant preference. So do keep that in mind. Now, all of these sorters are going to kind of give you some shades of gray and some black and white. So I can show up and say, hey, I am an extrovert, but that doesn't mean I don't have access to my introvert. And it also doesn't mean that there possibly isn't shades of gray in there. Like I'm not always going to behave as an extrovert. Chances are I'm always going to behave as an extrovert. But if you have a gradient of when you're an extrovert and when you're an introvert, you do have the ability to take advantage of that non-dominant preference. And there are times that you might actually prefer that. So don't build up walls where none exist, and don't think of yourself as quote unquote pigeonholed into a certain temperament type. Thanks for hanging out with me for this Three Thoughts for Thursday, and I will see you on the next Three Thoughts or at the next podcast episode.
Thank you for listening to the Be More Business podcast, where wisdom and innovation merge to create a business that supports the life you want to live. For more resources, courses, and inspiration, visit bemorebusiness.com.